Here are 7 things that coin roll searchers are doing wrong. Before we get started, I want to show you CoinZip's YouTube channel. They highlight some of the auctions they have, give some information on it. Also, this week, there's Coin Shows This Week video for the January the 18th and the 19th of 2020. I recommend going over there and watching this video. So like I said, just go over to CoinZip. So now I want to talk about what coin roll searchers are doing wrong. People that search coins, search their pocket change, search rolls from the bank. You know, the top reason, I'm going to start at number 7, is seeing a video or reading an article, okay, or seeing something in a book that a coin is extremely valuable, and then just jumping right in and starting to buy rolls or look through their change looking for something because you're desperate for money. A lot of people see that money and that's why they start doing it. Now, I get it. Money is a motivating factor. There's nothing wrong with wanting to find something that's worth money. But when it's your sole reason, desperation will lead to disappointment. You know, and also that information that you saw in a video or whatever, it might have been incorrect. Or you may have misunderstood it because you don't understand varieties and errors and coins in general. And that leads us into number 6. So then you put all this time and effort into searching rolls, and maybe you did a little more reading and watching some more videos, and now you think you found something, and you put it up on a group, or you message the video person, the person that made the video, or wrote the article or the book or whatever, or you send an email to someone you feel is an expert or is knowledgeable, and you're told that it's damage or that it's nothing. Don't be emotionally attached. You know, it's a coin, okay? And you've got to understand that coins are worth money because they're rare and valuable, not because they're different, okay? Not because they're old or 50 years old or 30 years old or 100 years old. And so now we're at number 5, and that leads into being defensive and debating and almost demanding the person that's trying to help you to convince you that that coin is not worth something. And that is not a good way to go about it because there are other people out there that you could seek information from. There's other resources. Like I said, Wexler's Double Die website, Konica Variety Vista, coppercoins.com, PeaceGS Coin Facts, NGC, Variety Plus, or just to name a few sites that you can go to. Those are the top sites that I do recommend though. You can research it. If you're not finding your coin, then more than likely it's probably not the rare variety because the rare variety is what you're looking for, not just an anomaly on a coin. You know, and I can tell you an experienced dealer and person who helps people all the time online, has done this for a couple of decades. You get a feel for people. You know, we're all individuals, but we all process and react similar. And I can tell, even when someone says, I'm just new trying to learn, that doesn't always mean that. Sometimes they're wanting you to tell them, convince them. They're questioning you. They're pushing you to your limit. They think they're coining something and they're disagreeing with you. And it's a little bit of a passive aggressive approach. Don't get me wrong. Everybody that says that to me, I don't think that. I don't think they're up to no good or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that sometimes that's used to test you, to push you. I've even had people say, and I've watched them, they put it in our group, they do that to me, push me, come at me and everything. And then in another group, they're like, yeah, I was just testing them. It's already graded. I already know what it is. I just wanted to see if they knew what they were talking about. You know, that's games. You know, you can play games like that and that's fine, but that's not what this is for. That's the incorrect way of approaching this subject. And number 4, not taking the advice given to you. You know, once you exhaust or, you know, wear somebody out over a coin, you know, and I know it gets down to that because I'm just telling you, I help 100 to 200 people a week, if not more than that. And I know some people, I get to the point where it's like conversation's over. I'm just not debating. I don't have time to go back and forth. I've tried to teach you. I've sent you the resources. Get a second opinion. Take that advice. Get you a second opinion. You can't be afraid to send your coin off to somebody. You have to just send it off and realize that everybody's doing this, or at least a lot of people are doing it, and they're not losing their coins aren't getting switched out. You can go to Konica Variety Vista. You come right over here to services, attribution services. It's right here. It's just easy. Just do this. Go through here, look for somebody, send them a message. You know, it's just don't argue with people over the coin. Just take the advice and go get a second opinion and go get some professional help, basically. someone who will actually look at your coin. They do this on a regular basis, and when they put their name on something, the grading companies recognize it. Sometimes it even gets in the Cherry Picker's Guide, and these guys help with the Cherry Picker's Guide. Some of them do. And that leads us into number 3. Another thing is that, going through all of that and searching rolls, getting discouraged when you don't find anything. Remember, anything good worth finding is going to take some time, it's going to take trial, and it's going to take some effort. And I can tell you this, finding some of these coins that are worth a bunch of money is like winning the lottery, and it's very far and few in between, and you just have to accept that. Number 2 on the list is thinking every little anomaly is something worth pursuing. There's strike-throughs, there's mint employees have kind of basically remove some of the areas of a coin, trying to remove clash marks. There can be all kinds of little die chips and die cracks and things like that. And if you like that kind of thing, that's fine. But don't expect it to be something special. You can't expect to post that in a group where they see hundreds of these in a month's time and think they're going to get all excited like you are and say, oh, your coin is great, oh, that's wonderful. I know that's kind of discouraging, but don't get discouraged. Just don't think everything is something. Okay, that's one of the things that you have to understand, because like I said before, the real value is actually in the rare double dice. And there are a few dramatic errors that are worth some money too. I get that. But most of the time what you're looking for are the double dice. And a few select RPMs, we repunch mint marks and over mint marks and things like that. There are those too. And the number one thing roll searchers are doing wrong, and that is not researching your quarry before you hunt. I want to give you an analogy here, okay? Imagine me not knowing anything about deer or the woods. I go get a gun, get some ammo, get my hunting license, okay? And I walk into the woods and try to hunt deer. Not only is that dangerous, because you should be taking hunter's course, but you don't know anything about deer. What if you do shoot one? Do you know how to dress it, field dress it? You got to drag it out. Did you bring, are you prepared? Do you know how deer react in deer gun season? I mean, there's all these factors to know, and you don't know nothing, and you're basically set yourself up for failure doing that. Same thing with coins. You want to roll search, you want to learn about coins, you want to find something good, go to Wexler's Double Die website and read all of that information. Print it off and sit and read it in front of you, take notes, highlight it, do a study on it. Also, you can buy books. There's books on mint errors that you can buy. There's just all these resources, the Cherry Picker's Guide, Ken Potter's Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. Then you've got Konica Variety Vista to look for. I mean, there's all these resources that you need to be reading and studying and spending your time on before you ever start searching coins, because this seems to be the biggest mistake. And you can't expect the person that makes the videos, who writes the books, who has a forum online, or who has a Facebook group, to be the guy that gives you all your answers and teaches you everything and walks you along, because it almost is too time consuming. There's no way that people can do that for you. You have to do some of this yourself. You have to do your due diligence. It'll also save you a lot of time if you're trying to buy errors and things like that, not buying something that's misrepresented. So hopefully this helps you understand some things. I'm more willing to help somebody, but it only goes so far. There's only so much time in a day, and that goes for everybody else that's in this business. But thanks for watching my latest video. Please share it. This is a good one to share. Also subscribe, and have a great day.